Hi, I'm Tony Van Veen, CEO of Discmakers. You know, a question I've heard asked often over my many years in the music business is, who can you actually trust in this music business? It's a well-known fact that there are more shysters and scoundrels and con men, and yes, women, in the music biz than in most other industries. After all, there are many easy ways that a con artist can rip off a music artist. Let me tell you a couple. They prey on artists' dreams. Many an emerging artist dreams of fame and may be enticed by a smooth-talking expert with big promises. Number two, let's face it, most emerging artists are inexperienced in the ways of the music biz, and they can't identify a fraudster from a legitimate resource. Number three, there's no formula for success, no one single formula for success in this business. And for that reason, there are no clearly established rules for how to get a hit, for example, which makes artists susceptible to schemes and scams that promise a quick path to fame. And number four, the number side of the biz can be complicated and certainly with labels lack significant transparency. And for that reason, labels have been accused of abusing artists for as long as record labels have existed, underreporting royalties, paying themselves first and the artist later. I mean, even we at Discmakers have experienced some of this over the decades. Because if the artists are paid after the label manager and staff are paid, the pressing plant is paid after the artists get paid. And trust me, there have been many occasions where we've had to wait a really long time to get paid. And this complexity and lack of transparency of the numbers is just another opportunity for independent artists to get taken advantage of. I'm sure there are a number of other ways that artists get taken advantage of by promoters, lawyers, managers, program directors, DJs, financial advisors, and assorted other music industry experts. Just look at the recent high-profile lawsuit for $3 million and countersuit between Chance the Rapper and his managers. I mean, they were looked at as the epitome of a successful artist-manager partnership until the lawsuits started flying. So how do you chart your path in the music business without being ripped off? Can you trust anyone in the music biz? Or are you forced, or maybe doomed, to do it all on your own? Well, of course, the answer is yes. There are some people in the industry that you can trust. And no, you're not doomed to do it all by yourself forever. As your career advances, you will need to build a team. However, in the music business, as in life, you can't automatically trust people. That old cliche of trust has to be earned absolutely applies. And so here is my roadmap of 11 tips to help you make sure that you don't get ripped off in a major way as your music career progresses. Number one, do as much as you can yourself for as long as you can do it. And in the process, learn as much as you can about the biz by reading, but also by asking lots of questions from people that you meet. No, you won't have to do it all forever. But the more you do now and the more you know, the less likely you are to be ripped off when you start hiring others to do that work for you. Number two, be a skeptic. Whenever you meet an industry expert and are in discussions about how they might be able to help you, go in with the assumption, this person may be looking to rip me off. This will make you sensitive to claims that sound too good to be true. Number three, speaking of, be wary of offers that sound too good to be true. Success in this biz is hard, and if someone promises you a quick, surefire solution, they're probably trying to take you for a ride. Number four, be suspicious of people who approach you with offers to help. As an indie artist, you're an easy mark for scammers. Why would someone come to you before you've had any substantive industry success? Number five, ask for detailed proposals. Always ask for a proposal in writing and make them spell out in detail what they will do for you, what milestones there will be along the way, how much and how and when they will charge you, and how they and you will measure success, and what happens if you're unhappy with the results. Number 6, ask lots of questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question, the old cliche goes, and certainly the very least that you want to get out of a negotiation with a potential partner or agent is to learn about their part of the business and how it works. And you won't learn anything if you're afraid to ask questions. If they get annoyed by your questions, they're probably not legit. Any legit person or company will be happy to answer every question, while scammers are usually just looking for a quick score on an easy mark. Number 7, ask for and check references. The best references actually come from people you actually know. Has this person helped any artist that you know personally? And if not, can you talk to other artists that they've helped? Legitimate industry resources with a solid track record will always be happy to provide references. And if you can't get a reference, you probably don't want to work with that person. Number 8, keep the money flowing to you first, not to others. This business ultimately is about money. As much as possible, you want to be the one to whom the royalty and the concert payouts go so that you can pay them and not the other way around. After all, if an agent of yours controls lots of your money, there will be more of a temptation, if they're crooked, to have some of that money disappear before you even know that they got it. And on a related note, number 9, check the numbers carefully. Look at royalty statements, expense reimbursement requests, and other financial reports and invoices very carefully. Don't recognize a vendor name? Question it. Numbers don't add up or numbers don't make sense? Question it. If you're not familiar with the numbers, you won't know when you're getting ripped off. Number 10, have a lawyer check your agreements and check your contracts. Most companies, vendors, agents, potential partners put clauses into their contracts that are one-sidedly friendly to them. These can end up hurting you really badly in the end. And if you end up trying to be your own lawyer to save a few $100, you may not recognize which clauses can end up hurting you. And number 11, ask yourself, what is the worst case scenario for how I can get burned? I often do this when making business decisions for disc makers. I ask, what's the worst that can happen? You can do the same, and that forces you to consider all the scenarios where everything goes badly and how to protect yourself. So what does this all add up to? In this music business, you just can't be trusting and you can't be gullible. You are your main or perhaps your only advocate. And while you will eventually need or want to work with others to help your career grow, bringing a skeptical, or as I like to call it, a constructively paranoid attitude to your business dealings and negotiations will help prevent you from getting taken for a ride. So go forward, be paranoid, and be successful. I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next time.